Dave. Leno on hand. Thanks so very much for joining us as we get set for this mixed doubles final between Abigail Spears of the United States, Santiago Gonzalez of Mexico against the number 7 seed Andrea Halovachkova of the Czech Republic and Max Mirny from Belarus. And we should mention also that the number 1 seed of Anna-Lena Grunfeld and Alexander Peya were knocked out in the first round by John Pearce and Ashley Barty of Australia. That's quite astonishing there.
Yeah, that is. There was a third set, too. Those tie breaks, you just never know. It can go either way.
Yeah, I remember watching the Bob Bryan-Kim Clijsters match last year in which Macarena and Suarez defeated them. They were eventual mixed doubles champions last year, and you're exactly right. When you get to that 10-point tiebreak at the end, it's like a flip of the coin almost.
Yes, it's whoever can control their nerves, play well on the big points.
So Spears is 32 years old, Gonzalez 30, veteran group here. On the flip side, Halovachkova 27, she's the youngest player on the court today, and Mirny, the elder statesman, at 36, and Mirny has to be the top dog right here playing out of the 4.
He's just had some great experience. He's been in this situation before. He's actually won the title here twice, one with Serena and one with Azarenka in 2007. 15 years ago today, he actually won the title with Serena.
Gonzalez to serve to kick things off. Halovachkova puts one right back in a forehand volley, smacked down by Spears, and it's 15-love. Chair umpire today is Carlos Ramos, veteran umpire, in fact, calls many of the final matches at the Grand Slams. Now Gonzalez serving from the ad side and puts one into the net. Going towards Max Mirny, spins it in, a backhand by Mirny. Quickly Gonzalez comes up, the players exchange forehand volleys, and then Spears hits one a little bit long on the deuce side, and we're locked up at 15 all. Again, the format here for mixed doubles, you play 2 full sets, and then in lieu of a third set, you play a 10-point super tiebreaker. At 15 all to Halovachkova. Serve is a little bit long as Gonzalez tried to attack her backhand. Second serve attempt to the forehand of Halovachkova. Spears with a volley right down back at her. And it's 30-15. She barely had to move for that.
Yeah, no, she was right there in position. Great hands by Spears. Way to be ready off the return.
Spears, in fact, didn't even play collegiate tennis, but she was an outstanding junior coming up the ranks. 30-15 in game 1 of this mixed doubles final. Mirny with a sweet one-handed backhand, puts it down low to perfection. Trying to come up there was Gonzalez, playing on that in-between hop. Now it's 30 all, back on the deuce side. Gonzalez in his Asics gear. 3 steps to the right of the service line, puts a backhand out of Halovachkova that's way long, almost hits the backdrop of the court towards the citizen clock. And it's 40-30 game point here for Gonzalez and Spears. And a pretty easy semifinal, winning 3-1 against Medina Gonzalez and Suarez. And the first serve by Gonzalez is a little bit long to Mirny. At 40-30, second serve from the ad side, spins it in the backhand. Spears with a backhand volley comes up. Gonzalez steps in front of Spears and smacks it overhead right at Mirny. And Spears and Gonzalez capture game 1. Spears has been very active, Lauren, up at the net. She is feeling no pressure.
Always is.
So the players will grab a drink here and then change sides. Serving will be the 7-seeded team, Halovachkova and Mirny. And Halovachkova is a player who's very experienced doubles, just like Mirny.
Yes, she won the title at the French Open in 2011.
Mirny to serve here, down love 1 in this mixed doubles final. Now 3 to 4 steps out wide behind the service line. First serve to Gonzalez, rips a forehand that goes a little bit long, and it's 15 love. Tried to attack down the line to Halovachkova's backhand, but unable to in the end.
I think he was trying to send a message right there to Halovachkova. He went right at her.
I think she'll remember that, won't she?
Yes.
15 love. Mirny over to Spears, and that is long towards the backhand side on the
And look at Spears moving in on the second serve of Mirny.
Yeah, she's already inside the service line. Takes a forehand there. Took a little bit off. Gonzalez with a backhand attempt that goes into the net under the tape.
Good move, though, right there.
How important is spacing in doubles as it's 30-love? Halilovichkova and Mirny leading. Players need to move together and stay on the same page.
Yes, definitely they have to poach and be aggressive and take away time from their opponents.
Mirny serve to Gonzalez. So Halilovichkova trying to overhead, but she missed it. Mirny steps up, but puts it into the net. The two there weren't on the same channel.
No, they were not.
And it's 30-15.
Halilovichkova swung for that overhead and completely whiffed it. But Mirny was there right behind her.
Picturesque lob by Gonzalez. Too tall for Halilovichkova. But the 7th-seeded team is up a point in this game, the second game of this match. 30-15 from the ad side. Mirny's serve goes into the body of Spears, and she puts it into the net, but the serve is indeed long, about 3 feet wide. Here's the second serve for Mirny, standing about 3 paces to the left of the service line. Spins it into the forehand of Spears. She tried to go down the middle, but it goes long, and it's now 40-15. Mirny's squad leading.
In doubles especially, it's such a great play to go down the middle because then both players can get confused of who's going to take the ball. And if they're not communicating well, they'll go right past them. So that was a smart play by Spears, but it just was long right there. A return.
Second game of this first set. Mirny and Halilovichkova looking for the hold here. Down love one. At 40-15, Gonzalez puts a floater. Overhead by Halilovichkova. Then a drop volley by her. Spears comes up on the approach. Pinball action at the net. And Spears outduels Halilovichkova. Thrashing hits by Spears as she approaches up top.
Yeah, Spears is very aggressive. And that's what's going to help her today.
She'll try to take matters in her own hands with Mirny and Halilovichkova. Game point 40-30 from the north end of Ash. Mirny serve to Spears' backhand. Spears puts into the bottom of the net, and Mirny holds to make it 1-1.
1 game off the set.
Spears will now go on the service.
That's one of her great weapons, her serve. So let's see if she can hold right here. Gonzalez can move well at the net off the serve.
Spears is playing doubles with Raquel Copps-Jones, but they lost to the Williams sisters in round 2 of this year's Open. It's her 15th U.S. Open, in fact, as Gonzalez tries a volley at the net off of Halilovichkova forehand, and it's love 15. But now we'll step aside from action and check in with Erin Chironi in the South Plaza for a fan standing by.
That's right. It's actually